Yeah, that one red.
Kind of a mixture of relief and disappointment depending on...
No weather, you never good.
Really always
kind of a mixture of
really always the way. Icing is
right there, it's really dull. There's no edge left on this ski. They're done.
2 years old.
They're very old, and they're done. But we make the best of it.
Let it run a little bit. Gotta stay up with the cute one. Very, very soft and very, very... Alec Kalled, Ron 1, King Klein. AKA Thick Boy.
Double netting is fun. What does double netting do? Yeah, double the power. It's not double netting. No, it's right there. It's right there. Yeah. That's right.
Time for Rachel 92. 3-3-6-9. 3-3.
Good luck today. I'll be gatekeeping.
Really?
So I'll see every single mistake you make. Alright. But you won't make any because you're awesome. So
There's no gun spot.
That's odd.
What?
I think we should park here, honestly. Okay.
I bet I can make 10. That's my goal. So.
There's going to film everything, aren't you?
Thank you.
happy. No one really likes this kind of weather. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not really happy about my starting order, but I'm going to try to make the best of it. My skis are good and I'm just going to go for it. Seem as if they don't want to race because of the weather and it kind of sucks. But they're going to get a race out of it anyway. Rolling up the chair so I can go inspect the course so I can be ready for my run.
No weather, you very good.
Dip 32 down, but getting back up.
During my second run, I had forgotten my shinners, so all the gates that came up to me really hurt.
Alright, work in the gate.
Just do. I think about the run and what I did wrong, and I try to fix it for the next one. Nerves, and they're also trying to. Of course, I'm gonna the course. Of course, I'm gonna give up. So if I'm ever gonna give up the course, I'm trying to do it my entire life, and I'm not gonna psych themselves out. It's kind of a mixture of relief and disappointment depending on how your run went. If you had a good run, then it's really satisfying when you have a really good run. It's really happy, but then when you know you did bad, it's just hard to get over the disappointment.
I want to be a ski racer. I want to get top 5 in state championships. I want to make money. I want to win downhill. That's my goal in life. To win World Cup downhill. World Cup downhill, that's what we want.
It's really tense. I am one of those people that jump the gun and get out to the start way before I need to be, just so I can really work hard on stretching out and calming down and just loosening up my body, because I just get so tense, especially in the start. I am Emily Hudson, and I have been ski racing for 8 years. It turned into a very competitive sport that I didn't really see coming. Well, when I started the first few years, it was fun. I wasn't really the best ski racer, so I was just hanging with my friends and going to races and training. And it was pretty low-key, and then it started to turn into doing well and wanting to do well, and the competitive atmosphere kind of kicked in, and it became like a real sport for me. I mean, for me now, a competitive sport, or a real sport for me, is having my life kind of revolve around it. Like, that's all I do for the most part. And I work really hard for it in all aspects, and most of my life revolves around it, like I said. I especially don't have the time with friends, which is probably the most heartbreaking part of ski racing, and especially now where I go to school so far away from home, and I'm home so little that when I do go home, sometimes I don't even have time to meet my old friends and hang out, and that can be hard. Well, my best friend growing up her name was Victoria, and we met when we were 3 months old. Obviously, I don't remember that now, but I was over her house every day through 5th grade because her mom babysat me and took me in for daycare after school because my parents were at work. And so we grew up together. We did everything together. And then once I started ski racing, we started hanging out less and less. And, I mean, she's still my friend, and if I do have time when I go home, I hang out with her, but it's not the same as it used to be.
I want to be a ski racer. I want to get top 5 in state championships. I want to make money. I do. I want to win downhill. That's my goal in life. To win World Cup downhill. He was on the U.S. ski team. Yeah. That's where they are? Yeah, it's on a peak. That's where everybody is, except for Maddie. I'm going to show most of them already. Maddie made it to JO's.
Tyler's pretty much in JO's first. Well, he's in JO's, but it's not cut.
That's so
I'm
cool.
wet.
Because he's in the...
Oh, he fell.
Oh, hey, Connor.
Going fast. Yeah. And getting the adrenaline rush.
Winning in the World Cup.
Winning the World Cup. 3 years. 5 years. 4 years. 2 years. Going on to my 5th year. Where you miss a gate, and then if you have the courage to go back up and go around the right way.
I went at a start gate and just fell, like leaned in. It was like my first year day 4, and I got like 25th at Wildcat. My first run because I fell and I cried. At one point he was on the U.S. ski team, on the men's ski team, and he's just an all-around fun person to be with.
Yeah, and he trains us like really hard, like pushes us to our limit, which sometimes it can be bad, like with all the sweating and stuff, but
right
like
before a race,
it really helps.
Yeah, to go cliff jumping.
It helps us because it tells you that like if you're not nervous with anything, you know you can do it.
Instead of just telling you he'll yell at you and make you do
Make you hike, but he's fun though. Yeah, I'd always, on my first one, always fall, and it'd be like pretty bad in a way, but I wouldn't have to like go down in the sled or anything. It would just like hurt me for a couple days. I don't use all the energy that I can on the course, and then like my parents sometimes are like, you should have done better, and like they criticize me in a way, but that makes me like do even better and go up with more momentum in the next run.
This is definitely a new type of coaching for me. The yelling isn't necessarily the best way to reach out to me, because I have 2 main coaches this year, and one of them, who's the head honcho, is the man who yells a lot, and then his name's Harlow, and then the other guy, Tony, is a nice one who kind of consoles you when you're feeling down instead of turning around and yelling at you, and it's definitely hard sometimes because yelling doesn't speak to me. It doesn't push me. It just makes me not want to go work hard and makes me actually want to go into a shell. I would definitely look back on ski racing with a positive outlook. It has been a really good experience. I don't think I'd be the person I am today without it. And sure, it will be really upsetting that I wouldn't be continuing it after 4 years of college, but it's kind of the reality, and everyone has to go through it.
And I was forced to because when my parents were skiing and they wanted me to ski, and so when I was 2, 3, they put, skis on me and they threw me down the hill, and that was that. Later on, it was I would say a family thing. It was very funny because I would always wet my pants. It was the most humiliating sport for me in the beginning. Very, really humiliating. But in the end, it was the best because I was way better than my brothers and sisters.
They don't have anything left to drive themselves to do better, and they end up just giving up. When people get in the start, it's just kind of like the most freaky part of the entire course. It's where you have the most time to think, and you realize that you're alone in this. No matter what you do, you don't really have a team, and you just try to pump yourself up as much as possible, and when you get to the finish, you realize what just happened.
Ski racing has created this whole new lifestyle for me, academically, and just like the way I was brought up, and my personality, and what drives me. It's all, I think, related back to racing in a way. I understand that I can get emotional, or that sometimes I need alone time. I think that's part of the independence that I have. It's just a need to be alone sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. I think I've come this far that it would be hard not to keep sacrificing for the sport. Because I put, like, just my whole lifestyle has been around it, and I feel like I've sacrificed too much to just let it go like that. I need to keep pushing to do my best, and sometimes sacrifices happen. Some of these ski racers were born and bred to be ski racers, and that's all they've done. They haven't experienced the fun of skiing itself, and skiing with your friends, and goofing around, and having adventures. And I've had all of that, and made my own fun out of the sport. There's just skiing at home, the Cannon, and especially now that I'm in a totally different atmosphere at the ski academy, I definitely notice it more, because we never free ski, we never get to adventure, and I can tell that these kids don't know what that's like, and it's definitely something that I miss from home.